Hi and welcome to Lincolnshire Fenn Crafts needle felting tutorials. I'm really looking forward to teaching you how to needle felt this Highland Cow. Okay, welcome back. You've now got your horns on. I've slightly repositioned the ears just with the needle. I didn't take them off, just moved them around a little bit because I wasn't quite happy with the positioning they were in. And we're going to pop some eyes on now. Now I'm going to just quickly show you how to sew on the eyes. I know a lot of you won't need to know this, but there are ways that make it a bit quicker. So I am going to use beads, and I've got these lovely black glass beads. You can felt the eyes on, and there is another tutorial for that. But with the glass beads, they really sort of shine, and they make the eyes pop and give it a bit more dimension. And I really like using them. These are about 5 or 6 mil glass beads with a little hole in the middle. Okay, so I've got my needle here. If you've got the kit, you should probably, I think you have the needle and the thread already in there for you, so you don't even have to go looking for it. So what we're going to do, we're going to go from one, just in front of the ears, at the side of the head, we're just going to push the needle through from one side to the other, and we're just going to secure the thread. So back through, roughly in the same place, it doesn't matter, you won't see this thread. And we can trim any loose bits. So just going backwards and forwards 3 or 4 times just to secure the thread. And then when we get to here, can you see where it's popped through? There. All I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the bead over the needle, hold it in place, pull the thread up, and because we've secured the needle, it's not going to pull out. Don't pull on it too hard, and then just let that drop loose. Push through the side of the head to the opposite side. Your needle comes through, you see there. Take that through, and then that bead will just pull up to the side of the face, and then do the same with the other bead. Pop it over the needle, there you go, and work through, and just have a look from the front and make sure that the eye is going to sit opposite the other one, roughly in the same part of the face. Pull that through and pull that bead tight, and then you can just go backwards and forwards a couple more times. You don't have to come up through the bead, through the hole, but just come up under the, where the bead's stitched on. Pull that nice and tight and secure, and then cross to the other side. And there we go. So you can see your eyes are secure now. Now that one's a bit lost in there, but that's okay. We'll sort that out in a moment. I'll show you how to do that. And then just go under the eye and push through to the back of the head. Pull it securely and trim close to the head. And that's it. That's all you have to do for the eyes. Now if the eyes got a bit lost, we've got quite a lot of soft wool around here, so all you do is just felt around that eye quite gently, or pull the bead a little bit, and that will soon pop out. So you want them to both look the same, and look, we've got that nice shape. That was unintentional, but I've got a really nice shape down here, so I don't really have to do anything with that head. That's a very happy accident. But I think, when you get the shape face right from the beginning and it's nice and firm, then it just does make life a lot easier for you. And then just check the positioning. Don't worry about the horns, we'll move those when we put the top coat on, because there's going to be a lot of movement whilst we're doing that. There we go. So that's the eyes put on. Now I like to add some dimension to the eyes with a little bit of an eyebrow. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some really small pinches of black, the very light brown, and then I'm going to use the dark brown that we used for the main body parts, and I'm just going to, as we did with the ears, just scruff that up a bit, just so we've got a little of contrasting colour. Otherwise you pop these eyebrows on and they'll be exactly the same sort of dark chocolate colour that I've used here, and they'll get a bit lost. Maybe just a little bit more light in there. There we go. And then what you need is two very small, there's probably too much there, so I'll just pull that bit off. Split that into two. And then all you're going to do is you're going to pop it in your hand and you're going to roll backwards and forwards. You can roll round and round if you want at first, and then roll backwards and forwards, and you're just matting that together, leaving the ends loose. And you're creating like it's like a little seed shape in the middle. So it's really nice and firm. Keep going. You rub quite hard. This is where it all gets really exciting when we're all adding all the little details. And then where that loose part is there, just felt that loose part, and this might be a bit long. I'm just going to pull a bit of that off actually, because it is a little bit long. So make sure, you know, don't be frightened to do that. If you've got too much, pull a bit off. You add some more on if you need to. So there you go. Can you see? And that loose bit there, we're just going to felt that just into the eye, and we kind of want it sitting slightly over the eye because we don't want a big, you know, round bead visible, because that's not how it would look. You've got these, and you see, and can you see the difference that's made to the dimension of that face? And it's so easy to do. And just felt that in, and if you want to just make it look sort of kind of seamless, then just thin out those loose layers of wool and just let those sit. There we go. I love putting, I think eyebrows are one of the best additions you can add to your animals, just to give them a little bit more life. There we go. So we're just rubbing that into like a little seed, can you see in the middle there? Pop it on, loose bit, bring it round just into there, and you're actually felting into the eye socket here, so that wool disappears in there, and then we're not having to cover it up here. Then go with the loose end here and do exactly the same. Tuck that in, and then it sort of negates the need for any cosmetic work. And look, and that one's just flattened a bit, so just use your fingers. You see, I've lifted that. How great does that look? And what a difference. So we are now ready for the finale, which is putting on that glorious top coat, which we will do in the next tutorial. So have a look at your animal, make sure you're happy with the positioning of everything, make sure you're happy with the legs, everything's nice and firm. Go round, just tidy it up or firm it up a little bit if you think it needs it. Check you're happy with the shape, position of your ears, and then we'll come back to the best bit. Okay, thank you, see you soon.